Good afternoon, welcome, and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about PR cards. We get a lot of questions about PR cards, but this question in particular. Can I leave Canada without my PR card? Can I leave Canada without my PR card? The answer is yes, but. Let me explain. You've received your landing papers and you arrive in Canada and you make your application for your permanent resident card, which will be sent to you at your home address in Canada. Now that card can take anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months and beyond. That's not a problem if you're staying here. The other scenario is you're coming to Canada and you still have business left to conclude in your home country, so you need to go back. So you arrive, you make your application for your permanent residence card, but by the time you're ready to leave, that card has not arrived. So yes, you are able to leave. But here's what happens. If you are in that situation, you need to have someone here in Canada that will receive the card for you. Because Immigration Canada will not send the card to an address outside of Canada, and they will not send it to a post office box either. So, have someone receive it here for you if you have someone, and when they receive it, have them take a copy of the front and back of the card. A clear quality copy, so they can see everything on the card as though you have it in your hand. That includes any logos, all the text, any barcodes, all those things. Another thing, do not send the card by ordinary post. In this case, it would be Canada Post. Send it by UPS, FedEx. Also, send it by the fastest service they offer that you can afford. So that may be next day, it may be 2 days, it may be 3 days, the fastest you can afford. And the reason for that is you want the card to be in the system, in their system, for as shortest time as possible, so it doesn't get lost. Because the compensation means nothing. The compensation is very little in comparison to the value of the card to you. Now, if you're already traveling outside Canada, you will have this copy. Now, I am not saying that the copy of the permanent resident card will solve your problem. You'll just have something to show immigration to say, look, this is valid, and you have that with any other supporting documentation that you have with you. But it's just something to have. If you're already traveling outside Canada, I will tell you that in my experience in traveling, in the US, UK, and the Caribbean, we've seen staff at the ticket counter ask for proof of residence in Canada. So they look at your passport, they look at your ticket, and they ask for proof of your residence in Canada, and that would be your permanent residence card. If you do not have a PR card, I'm not saying that the copy of the card will be accepted, because normally in these cases they want the original document, original card, not a copy of it. What I will say is that if you don't have it, they can deny you boarding. And the government of Canada will impose heavy fines on commercial airlines if they don't comply. One other point before I close off this video. You must be in Canada for 730 days or 2 years out of every 5. in order to maintain your residency. It can be, you can come and go. So 3 months, 6 months, a month, 3 weeks. You can do that. But the time combined in any 5-year period must be a minimum of. If you're traveling, keep all travel information. So that's tickets, schedules, any itineraries, anything and everything that proves your time inside of Canada and your time outside of Canada. So the time you left, let me repeat that. The time you left and the time you came back. So anything that proves those time periods or documents those time periods, I would suggest keeping those things, because when it comes time for renewal of the PR card, the responsibility is on you to prove that you've met those residency requirements. Let me repeat that. The responsibility is on you to prove that you've met the requirements as far as residency is concerned. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. See you next video.